Hi, my name is Emilio. I'm going to be a second-year biology major at UCLA, and here's a quick video to explain the different kinds of housing available at UCLA. Since the process of choosing housing was really difficult for me and my mom, hopefully this makes it a little bit easier for you. So here it is. Okay, so the main thing to remember is that there's 4 different kinds of housing. There's classic residential, deluxe residential, plazas, and suites. So starting with the cheapest housing available is number 1 with classic residential halls. These include Sproul Hall, Hedrick Hall, Weber Hall, and Dykstra. Now, just because it's the cheapest housing available doesn't mean that it's like disgusting and it's gross inside. They're all really nice. I stayed in a residential in my first year. The only downside is that compared to other types of housing, in classic residentials, there's no air conditioning and you don't have your own private bathrooms. So on every single floor, all the girls, they share their own bathroom, and all the guys, they share their own bathroom too. Now, if you're a girl that gets disgustingly irritated with either girls singing in the shower or girls taking forever in the bathroom, then a classic residential hall is probably not going to be the way for you, because I lived right next to the girls' bathroom my first year, and it was crazy how often you would hear girls screaming their lungs out, singing like some Selena Gomez song or something every single day. So yeah, and the same thing goes for guys too. If you get grossed out by hairs in the sink or nasty like sounds and smells in the bathroom, then classic residential is not going to be your kind of thing, mainly because every other day you'd find that some guy shaved and left his hair all over the sink, but there's still other sinks available to use, so you just really have to think about yourself and think what you can deal with. And there are cleaning ladies that go into the bathrooms and clean it every single day, so it's not really a huge deal. Also available on every single floor is a laundry room. So you'd go in there, you'd find 2 washers and 2 dryers. It would be $1.25 for a wash and another $1.25 for a dry. And in my experience with the laundry room, it was completely fine. Usually, if I ever needed a wash or dry, the machine was already available. And if it was ever taken, you'd probably just wait a couple minutes and then someone came in and took their stuff. So it was never that big of a hassle. And when it comes to studying, on every floor there's some form of study space available, so you can go to that room or that lounge and you can do your work where other students are most likely sitting there as well. And if there's a lot of other students there and you find that it's like too busy, you can go down to the front desk and you can ask for a study room. But the study rooms are on a first come, first served basis, so if you'd get there and it's available, you just give them your room card, you'd write down your information, and then you can just go in there alone or with friends and do your work in there. And then when it comes to the actual dorms in the classic residentials, the size is what really can make it or break it for you. Included in the dorms are the beds and the mattresses, the desks, Ethernet ports, and cable opportunities, so you just have to go get a cable and plug it into your TV if you actually wanted to watch TV. And you're probably panicking right now since I didn't say this already, but there's also Wi-Fi available in every single one of the buildings. And in my experience with Weber Hall, one of the classic residential halls, it was I really liked it. It was never too hot that you needed an air conditioner, and it was always really social. You can always just go right next door and there's always someone outside in the lounge or just sitting in the hallway, you can just talk to them. So it was always really cool. Even when it comes to the size of the room, I just really think it depends on how well you communicate with your roommate, on like how clean to keep the room, or yeah, that's really basically it, because it's not like you need a huge amount of space to do homework. So plus, you don't really need that much space. You're just gonna have like friends over and you're gonna be going out most of the time anyway, so it shouldn't be that bad. Alright, so we covered number 1, which are classic residentials, and now number 2 with deluxe residentials. A deluxe residential hall is basically a step up from classic residential hall. It has bigger rooms, it has air conditioning, and the bathrooms are amazing. Deluxe residential halls include Holly, Gardenia, Sproul Cove, and Sproul Landing. The bathrooms are basically set up the exact same way. On every floor, the guys have a separate bathroom and the girls have a separate bathroom. But the bathrooms, since these buildings are so new, are just amazing compared to classic residential halls. Alright, so the main things to remember in a deluxe compared to a classic is that the rooms are much bigger in a deluxe. The bathrooms are freaking gorgeous. There's air conditioning and basically all the things that you'd find in a classic, such as the beds and the desks included in the rooms, they're still there in the deluxe, and there's still laundry room. So that's a deluxe. And then there's number 3, which is a plaza. So buildings that have plaza style rooms are Hedrick Summit, Denef Plaza, Reber Terrace, Reber Vista, and Sunset Village. So a plaza is definitely something you need if you don't like the idea of sharing a bathroom with like 70 people and you'd rather have more privacy. In plaza style rooms, you either share a bathroom between two rooms or you have your own private bathroom. There's also help that goes into your either shared bathroom or your private bathroom and clean it for you. These plazas also have laundry rooms, air conditioning, and study spaces. The only difference is that with plazas, you have that extra level of privacy. The major downside to having a plaza that I've heard of is the fact that it's not as social and you don't meet as many people as you would if you're in a hall or a deluxe. Mainly because you have your own bathroom, so you're not going to be going out and walking down the hall and randomly seeing people and talking to them. But still, meeting people is really up to you because you can make that effort to go to people's room and introduce yourself, but it depends on if you're really that type of person. Okay, so remember, with the plaza, you have all the same things included with a deluxe, except you have your own private bathroom or shared bathroom that has help to clean the bathrooms. So finally, we get to number 4 with Hitch and Saxon Suites. I personally haven't seen the inside of a suite, but I know it's a 2-bedroom complex with a shared bathroom and a living room. Each complex has its own laundry room and either a sun deck or a volleyball court right outside. Most of the bedrooms in suites will either have 3 students, but some can also have 2 students. And there's the same cable connectivity and internet available inside the suites as well. I know recently the suites have been undergoing construction for renovation, so I'm not for sure whether they have air conditioning, but if they're going through renovation, I'm pretty sure they're going to end up having air conditioning, most likely. If you're an incoming freshman, you don't have to worry about getting a suite or a plaza right now, just focus on getting a hall, one of the halls, because that's going to be your most social and best way to meet a lot of people. Alright, so there's your quick summary of housing at UCLA. Hope I made the process at least a little bit easier for you and your parents, I don't know. But if you do have more questions, just go ahead and shoot them down below and I'll try to answer as many as I can. And I'll just make another video if there's a lot of questions. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.